Okay guys, I'm going to do a new series called Why You Always Lying. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's all about the people who lies and the lies they tell. So let's jump straight into it. So this man from Egypt, he came to America and suddenly found himself being accused of attempted child abduction. Now the evidence proved that he didn't do it, but a day earlier people were calling her a hero for fending off an attacker, using her quick and witty skills.
We've heard Mr. Zion's part of the story. Can we hear yours? We'd like to hear your side.
The female stated she pulled out a firearm and the male suspect fled the scene. The female stated that she then reported the incident to mall security. Mall security and officers from the Barnesville Police Department observed the male suspect as described by the female witness, walking near the food court and detained him.
Desperate for media fame, she quickly chooses her scapegoat, begins to cry wolf as the white knights rush in to take down the evil man who dared lay hands upon her child. Okay, but dramatization aside, you'll notice that his side of the story is never told. Let's move on. Well, she's actually being charged, so that's a start, I guess. A lot of times, as long as you have the magic and golden vagina, you don't even get that.
No, I don't know. I can't get inside of her head and report or say what she was thinking. I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Hammers, let me tell you something that my dad told me. Women are emotional thinkers. They act and speak based upon how they feel at the time. And often during those times, they don't even understand why they're doing what they do. They don't even understand themselves. So you don't apply logic and reasoning trying to understand an emotional thinker. Don't waste your time. Fortunately, the charges on the poor guy were dropped, but this guy was facing a felony conviction for something he did not do. And what is she getting? She's getting a misdemeanor with 6 months in jail and a $500 fine at most. Now, she'll probably get a slap on the wrist at worst, but the articles and hit pieces written against this guy will likely exist on the internet forever. A lie goes halfway around the world before the truth gets its pants on.
We seem to be living in a time where false accusations are becoming more and more prevalent.
You think? But since a woman said it, maybe a cuck or two might actually take it seriously. But of course, I wouldn't say it's more prevalent. Remember Emmett Till? This stuff is not new.
And I think it would be great if all of us would just step back and think before we speak, if we would think before we react, if we would think before we would judge.
Sadly, that is just too much to ask for in this day and age, isn't it? Now, with that being said, I'm going to bring up something that Muslim men do that Western men couldn't dream of doing if they tried. So in various places of the Middle East, women are not allowed to go anywhere without a male escort. And I'm beginning to see yet another reason why that is. Psychology has proven that men and women actually have different bases for morality. Men have a justice-based morality, while women have a care-based morality. When a patriarchal male with a justice-based morality is around, he's going to be holding his wife accountable. Frankly, I'm willing to bet she's a single mother also, so there is no husband, most likely. And if that's the case, then we just have another example as to why single mothers are a cancer to society. So the details on what happened to this guy after the accusation and after his exoneration are actually kind of vague. I was doing some digging and I couldn't really find a whole lot. But this guy is an engineer who was from Egypt working in West Virginia, probably on like a H-1B visa or something. And from a report less than a day ago, says that he went home to Egypt, probably because he lost his job due to that false accusation, and he can probably never work in that part of the States ever again, or anywhere for that matter. But alas, overgrown children do not care about the results of their actions, even at the expense of somebody else, as long as they're not the one facing the harsh punishment. So frankly, I don't even care if I sound quote-unquote misogynistic for saying this, because women were meant to be dominated in all aspects of life. Giving women rights and yielding to them will ultimately destroy your nation in the long run. Don't believe me? Look at Sweden, then look at Germany. And the best part is, when you do, they thank you, and their pussies get wet. Thanks for watching. Shogun is done. I'll see you next time.